Welcome to Alcanes, welcome to Motorland Aragón, your home for round 5 of the GT Winter Series. Race 1 about to get underway then, and it's Martin Kazmarski with pole position, the inside line into the first corner. Kenneth Heyer, the championship leader in the GT Winter Series, around the outside, and by the looks of it, into the lead there as everyone else muscles their way through. David Thelinius there leaning a little bit on Leandro Martin through the first corner. Third overall then is the first of your Cup 2 runners, the Porsche 992 Cup class. That's Hubert Darmetko with a very good start, running third overall ahead of David Thelinius. Good to see a Schnitzelbaum Racing Mercedes AMG to go along with the sister car from SR Motorsport. We've got one in a spin. That was Pierre Elliott in a spin there, but he gets the car rolling again. Meanwhile, Kazmarski and Heyer going at it for the lead here. And Kazmarski manages to get himself through. Kazmarski had pole position for this race. Kenneth Heyer led early on. Now Kazmarski has gotten through, and the question is going to be, can Heyer fight back? We ride on board with Thelinius in fourth position. The N24 veteran, long-time competitor in the Nürburgring 24-hour race in recent years, including for factory Aston Martin entries. Leandro Martins and Pablo Bras fighting out for the Cup 2 honours as well. Oh, but we've got one less in Cup 2 because into the gravel has gone Miguel Gomez. Miguel Gomez has ended up very close to the track as well. That could be a safety car. Here comes Pablo Bras to the inside of Leandro Martins. Can he get it done? Not yet. Leandro Martins holds on for now. Leandro has Dylan Pereira alongside him this weekend. Safety car is out. I think Pereira has largely been hired to get some extra points on the board in the championship battle. Martins and Pereira, the closest competition to Kenneth Heyer and Jamo Hartling in the championship. And of course, points in this series and the overall championship are scored within your class. Pereira, a former Porsche Super Cup champion. Maybe a bit of a cheat code for getting some points on the board this weekend. Hubert Darmetko is up ahead of us then. Leandro Martins shadowing the number 7 car of Darmetko. Oh, and to the inside line has gone Martins. I think he's already collided with the rear of Hubert Darmetko before drawing alongside, and you can see the suspension is broken on Leandro Martins' car. That is a lot of damage then to Leandro's machine, and that could be a defining moment in the championship as well. Leandro Martins with a big error, and actually you can see he's taking responsibility for that. That gesture wasn't "what were you doing?" That was "what did I just do?" Not just because he's ruined Darmetko's race, but potentially also because his championship aspirations have gone up in smoke. He's even going to push Darmetko's car back out onto the tarmac. Clearly knows that was on him. Just nicked the rear of Darmetko's Porsche going into the braking zone at turn 7. Unfortunately, big suspension damage is the result. We'll be hard-pressed to see that car out there again unless they have the correct spares. It's 3 Mercedes then in the top 3 as Kazmarski again leads them away from a safety car restart. And look at that, very deep into the corner goes Werner Panhauser. Couldn't quite get it stopped for that corner. Panhauser for MS Racing Team, they're not able to get the car stopped. Your leader in Cup 2 after that collision for the former top 2 then is Joachim Bolting. Bolting on his way potentially to a Cup 2 win. Just behind him is Pierre Elliott in the GT3 spec Porsche, who might end up playing a bit of a buffer to Pablo Bras and Hubert Darmetko behind. That will work in favour of Joachim Bolting, and a great move there from Hubert Darmetko. Darmetko has been searingly impressive in this GT Winter Series season. It is his first year as a proper racing driver. Debuted with us, his first ever races in Estoril. Martin Kazmarski gets his second GT3 win with us in Aragón. Delight for him. Heyer takes second. Thelinius rounding out the podium, and Joachim Bolting does take the win in the Cup 2 class. Pierre Elliott with a post-race penalty drop down a couple of positions. Bras and Darmetko round out your Cup 2 podium. Martin Kazmarski is always critical of his own driving. Let's see how he feels about this race.
I mean, that was a fantastic drive to hold on to that. You must be really happy.
Really? I was outside. I don't know how is the rest of the race, but to be honest, it's nice. I'm not so happy because I forgot to get the sunglasses, and it was really big sun to my eyes. And I'm happy. That was nice, and the another car is really good, and we had a quite nice fight, I think, but it was really nice race.
Well, not a bad review of the race from Martin Kazmarski then. He's very, very quick, but he's also very determined to be quicker. And that's what you hear from him. Joachim Bulting winning in Cup 2. Race 2 getting underway. It's Jamo Hartling on pole position for this one. Moritz Viskirchen on the outside in at the sister Schnitzelbaum car. We're missing a few drivers, unfortunately, including Leandro Martin. So that's huge for the championship. Martins and Pereira's Racar Motorsport car cannot be repaired on site this weekend. Villeco Motorsport a bit late to get their two cars out there, but they do head out onto the circuit. However, Jamo Hartling leading the way. Oh, and already a car off. That's Pablo Brass, who started from the pit lane. Now that's down at turn 12. Tailwinds into turn 12 and 16 have been the story of the morning here on Sunday at Aragón. And I do suspect that those tailwinds may have been a factor in that car going off the circuit. We return to racing action then. Hartling will be looking to build a gap over Viskirchen, two talented youngsters who have received backing from the SR Motorsport Schnitzelbaum family. And then you've got Martin Kazmarski, who would really love to see how he matches up to both of them. Kazmarski on the back of Viskirchen as they go into turn 16. Can't quite get it done there. Again, getting these cars stopped is proving to be a challenge into 16. It is at the best of times, but this weekend the wind has really picked up on the Sunday. None of it seems to be affecting Jamo Hartling, though. You'll need to throw more at him than just the elements. You might need to throw a Finn Wiebelhaus at him, and I know we're doing that again in Barcelona for the season finale. Viskirchen running in second place, but no one can be faster than Jamo Hartling. A really easy run to victory, almost. Well, he made it look easy anyway. Christian Hook will cross the line in fourth place behind the trio of Mercedes. And Hubert Darmetko will win Cup 2. Not quite uncontested, but certainly with a few cars missing. He didn't have too much competition. An easy run home for Darmetko. That will put him ahead, I believe, as well, of Leandro Martins in the Cup 2 standings. So a big moment for him.
Jamo, that looked like a very nice drive. How was that for you?
Yeah, at first, thank you. It was a very nice drive, very nice race. The competition was there, it was very good, and we bring it home.
There's Jamo on the top step of the podium, then Hubert Darmetko claiming Cup 2 honours. Final race of the weekend begins now then. It is the 55-minute Enduro. Kenneth Heyer leading into the first corner. No Martin Kazmarski in this race. Hubert Darmetko getting shuffled back there, as did David Thelinius. So Pierre Elliott running in second place. David Thelinius, the effective second place starter because Kazmarski is absent, got muscled down by some of the Cup 2 runners there. He's now got to try and get past them again. Darmetko there to the rear of the Mercedes, and as Thelinius gets unsettled, Darmetko manages to find his way through. Oh, but Thelinius dives back at him at turn 12, not taking that lying down at all. I suspect these two are both a bit out of position now. Darmetko not getting the best of starts, Thelinius not getting the best of starts, and as Darmetko fires back at David Thelinius, these two fighting each other means they can't make a forward charge up the order. Werner Panhauser now under pressure from Darmetko, though, and you could see just how much more pace and confidence there was there. from Darmetko. Identical car, of course, Werner Panhauser, also in a 992 Cup machine. Here comes Thelinius trying to find his way by as well. He should have the aero advantage over the 992 Cup car. He's been given the inside line there, and that's fairly simple stuff. Ultimately for David Thelinius, a driver of his experience, was always going to get that done from that position coming out of turn 2. Joachim Bolting leads in the Cup 2 class, but he's got the obstacle of the second overall Pierre Elliott car, the GT3 Porsche, to contend with. He manages to get by. Very slick move there from Joachim Bolting. And of course now he's going to hope that Pierre Elliott holds off Pablo Bras and Hubert Darmetko behind so he can build a lead within his class. Pablo Bras, a Spanish GT champion. Hubert Darmetko, a resurgent rookie who has been absolutely sensational. Claimed a class win in just his second ever motor race back at Estoril. Goes to the inside there of Pablo Bras, gets it stopped as well by the looks of it. Will he carry enough momentum down towards the corkscrew to hold the position, or is Pablo Bras going to get back to the inside? Not quite close enough for Pablo Bras. Darmetko then is up to second in Cup 2. His next target in class is Joachim Bolting, but Pierre Elliott is between the two of them. Oh, but not for long. That was a big dive from Hubert Darmetko to get past Pierre. Nicely done from the driver of the 7 car then. And now he's got Joachim Bolting up ahead. It's worth noting as well that Darmetko has a secret weapon. Matthias Lizowski is waiting to take that car over. Darmetko again, he likes that move into turn 15, gets up the inside of Joachim Bolting. That's a move for the class lead. Pierre Elliott deep into the corner there. That's going to allow Pablo Bras to inherit 4th overall. David Thelinius is now coming for Pierre Elliott within the GT3 class for 2nd in the class. Pierre will, of course, hand over to Christian Hook. Thelinius will hand over to Moritz Viskirchen. Elliott trying to get back to Pablo Bras, though. Very, very late on the brakes. Surely too late on the brakes. Yes. Very, very wide into turn 16. But Pierre definitely trying hard. The 952 car of Pedro Bras in a spin. Pit window open then in the mid part of the race. Some driver changes going on where applicable. That was Hubert Darmetko just leaving the pit lane, or rather Matthias Lizowski leaving in the car he took from Hubert. Werner Panhauser clearing the way for Leo Willits, the gentleman driver who I think also has a Ferrari FXXK. Would be very interested to know the comparison between those two cars. Joachim Bolting then your Cup 2 leader. Bras and Darmetko fighting it out for 2nd in class right now. I should say Bras and Matthias Lizowski. Very weird to see Lizowski in that car, but he dives to the inside for 2nd place. Now, the reason he's having to dive for the inside for 2nd place is because he had a penalty. Oh, and he goes for the lead, and he ends up having a moment with Joachim Bolting, but a drive-through penalty was applied to Matthias Lizowski. That was because he was speeding in the pit lane during the pit stop window. So he's already had to do it twice. He now has to go to try and get past the 951 car again. Does it once more. So up into 2nd within the class again. This is also for an overall podium, the Cup 2 fight. Here comes Lizowski. He's got the inside line of Joachim Bolting. And despite that moment between he and Bolting, despite that penalty, it looks as though Matthias Lizowski has done enough to bring he and Darmetko to the top step of the podium. Meanwhile, at the front, Jamo Hartling, having taken over from Kenneth Heyer, is absolutely firing in the laps, is well over 40 seconds clear at the front. Leo Willett a lap down on Joachim Bolting. Bolting looks like he's going to head for 2nd in class then. He'll be pretty happy with his weekend. Of course, got a win earlier on. But no one will be happier than the combination of Jamo Hartling and Kenneth Heyer they take a significant step towards winning the 2024 GT Wind Series overall title, with Leandro Martins not able to register a score in any of the 3 races. Moritz Viskirchen, great to see him running well there. He finishes 2nd place ahead of the Darmetko and Lizowski combination for PTT Racing. Your Cup 2 winners. Congrats to JMO.
JMO, that was a really, really incredible drive. That was so impressive to watch. How did that feel for you in the car?
For me also it feels incredible. Kenneth did a very great job at the beginning of the race. And then we have the driver change, and I only try to carry it at home.
There you go, JMO Hartling and Kenneth Hyatt, your winners in the GT3 class. They will celebrate and potentially claim a championship in just a few days at Barcelona. Cup 2, Glizowski and Darmetko as the champagne is sprayed. The convoy of the GT Winter Series then will set course for Barcelona, where our championship will say goodbye for 2024. Will Hiron Hartling take the title?